anime mentors showcase their power in front of students.
The anime mentor. What words or descriptions come to your mind when hearing that set of words? Perhaps someone who serves as a hero's guide and best friend, or maybe the sacrificial lamb to make some villain look oh so powerful. Whatever the case may be, we can all agree on one thing. Anime mentors are badass. That's why for today's list we're going through some of my favorite moments when the anime mentor just shows off his strength in front of the student. After all, one of the easiest ways to get this upstart kid to trust you is to show them that you mean business.
Hunter x Hunter, one of my favorites.
Hunter x Hunter is one of my all-time favorite shows, and while the first person most fans would think of when it comes to mentors is Biscuit, I feel like Kite's pretty underrated. One of the most cold-hearted mentors in the series, Kite showed his mettle when he leads the team into battle against the Chimera Ants. Running into the Hagio division, Gon and Killua get tested through individual battles against the enemies. For Kite, all he needs is his scythe, and the entire division gets wiped out in one fell swoop. Black Clover's...
Yo, I feel like, JJ, my guy, what's good? Alex says, I don't watch anime, but I find it quite entertaining. Yeah, anime has always been my go-to whenever I need to be entertained. JJ, welcome to the chat, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Yo, Kite, by far, I'll have to say that Kite is one of the best mentors for Gon and Killua, because that's the first time they realized, oh, there was a power level. Like, because when they were getting trained by Biscuit, like, she was putting them on, but she was putting them onto the foundation and like the building up their skill sets in the different, I forget what it's called, Kai or Gi, I can't remember what it's called. But basically, they just learned the foundations. But with Kite, they're like, oh, there's like a next level to the powers that we can get. They took it to another. They did do Kite dirty, did him so dirty. But that's like also why I kind of love Hunter x Hunter, because it actually it was pretty dark. Like, it was actually very dark when you think about it. And they didn't spare any character. Like, you grow too close to a character and they just, yeah, yo, man, I might have to watch that again. You know what? For the longest time though, I used to say Hunter x Hunter. I didn't realize that it was Hunter x Hunter. So they just offed, man, whenever they wanted.
Yami often puts on a show, and episode 49 is his crowning moment.
This is my guy.
Among the shonen mentors, I really like Yami because he gives off that rough edge. There are mentors who look badass, but Yami takes it a step further and shows how badass he was with Dark Cloak Dimension Slash. It's a power that's so strong that it's capable of cutting dimensions, dwarfing whatever Veto can throw at him. There's no kill the overkill, and seeing Yami just put this elf down in such a dominant fashion is a real thrill. Everyone just looks on in amazement at the power of their captain. They're in good hands, and as long as Yami is around, they know they can have someone to rely on while they strive to grow stronger. Let's continue with the new gen Shonen Train with Benimaru versus Infernal Demon.
Appreciate you coming through, bro. He's a different man still.
Underrated moment right
I hate
here.
an anime when man's. JJ says, I hate an anime when mans die and come back. Yo, I really do not like that. It's like a cheat code, but I feel like they have to bring mans back, because at the end of the day, it's a fairy tale. Fire Force is a great show. I haven't gotten into Fire Force. Like, I watched the first episode and I was like, all right, this is kind of dope. Like, there's fire, there's explosion. But I didn't give it a chance. I feel like I should have gave it a chance.
Find themselves in quite the fight against the Infernal Demon. Who else should show up but Benimaru himself? To Benimaru, this fight is personal. With this powerful foe in front of him, he simply flexes his power while Shinra and Arthur watch on. Easily turning away the demon's attacks, Benimaru holds back out of concern for the town before deciding to take the battles to the skies. Here, he finally gets a chance to obliterate the enemy with his awe-inspiring sun wheel. People have been applauding the sound direction for this scene, and I think that it does add to the moment so much. That bass alone is one of the most awesome and satisfying sounds you could hear from Fire Force, and it's the perfect complement to watching Benimaru nonchalantly take the enemy down.
Ooh.
Rayleigh's Conqueror's Haki deserves a mention.
I'm gonna have to give Fire Force a chance.
There's so much that you can do with so little. Do you believe that saying? You sure as hell can believe it after seeing Rayleigh's conqueror's haki in the auction house. Rayleigh, contrary to expectations, didn't have the most explosive entry at first glance, but the sheer mystery of his silhouette entering the scene more than makes up for it. It even feels quite ominous and all, and when he does finish his entry, all he needed was one conqueror's haki to clean house. There's just that sense of wonder, and I dare say dread in the character's expressions. There's that eerie feeling of, what the hell just happened?
JJ says One Piece is in my top 5. Yo, it has entered my top 5. I'm not even caught up yet. I'm at like episode 700 and something. Right now they're at Zhao. But yes, One Piece is absolutely well written. I'm actually upset that I didn't give it a chance earlier. I feel like I should have given it a chance earlier. It's definitely in the top 3. I'll have to put it in the top 3 easily. Still want to see Shanks fight? Yo, for real. I wonder how he was with 2 arms. Because the way they're bigging him up and they're showcasing like some of these pirates and how powerful they are, I'm like, damn. I'm like, some of these mans are like, they could crack the planet in half. You're on the most current episodes. Oh man, I can't wait to catch up. Cannot wait to catch up. But this man teaching haki to Luffy, that definitely changed the level. I watched a bit of Baki with some of my friends. That was funny. Yeah, Baki's nice. I really enjoyed
really kept
Baki.
The fans guessing when it
That's
comes
like
to
more of
Rayleigh's true
I feel like it's a little bit
now
more
that, my friends, is how you build hype with just one very pivotal moment. What an amazing debut for Rayleigh. Saitama versus Genos is a rather unique application.
Like, damn.
You see, while most mentors show off their power by fighting villains and enemies in front of their protege, Saitama and Genos do it quite differently. Instead of enemies feeling the full brunt of said mentor's power, it's Genos who offers to do it, wanting to see the extent of Saitama's power. This is a rather unique setup for a mentor showing his protege his power, but it works. I was a bit worried as to how the battle would drag on due to Saitama's one-hit KO gimmick and all, but we surprisingly got quite the entertaining performance that shows Genos' determination. This is a battle that clocks in at almost 5 minutes, which I think also serves as a testament to Genos' strength. It's a friendly spar with not a lot of high stakes, but it also gives us a taste of what the two could do to each other.
Yo, One Punch is just...
Enjoying the video so far? I'd like to encourage you to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe, ring the bell, and be here the next time I upload more countdown videos. That's enough for now. It's time to get going again.
Sit-ups and squats.
It's nice to look now
Dragon
once
Ball
again
Z are
where it all
literally
began.
1A,
It's so
1B
refreshing after so many videos focusing on the final war arc in Madara, you know. For most of the series, we've heard of how great Minato was and all, but we've never actually seen that strength in action. That is, until the flashback arc, which shows us important groundwork on how the Nine Tails in Naruto came to be. Tobi, at this point of the timeline, was one of the most powerful characters around, and it showed in the battle. With all of his power, even Minato struggled to land a hit, but with some ingenious tactics and possibly the most epic Rasengan in the series so far, the 4th Hokage defies all odds and finally forces Tobi to escape. Coolest mentor and coolest dad? You get both in Minato. Not to mention being super smart too. Who else can devise a counter to the very overpowered Kamui on the fly?
He's just, I wish he lived longer. He's just the GOAT. He has to be.
All Might taking on Nomu may have been one of the best highlights of early My Hero Academia. What a way to close out the first part of My Hero Academia. There's no bigger test for our heroes than an outright battle of survival against some of the toughest villains there is. And it seems like our heroes are in for certain doom until All Might arrives. In a way, this is pretty much just a punch-harder fight. However, one can't overlook the emotions the scene evoked when put together. The build-up to the actual fight together make a great moment. From All Might's appearance as a beacon of hope and how he just casually talks down and beats down the Nomu, it's just so satisfying. This is a scene that never gets old. I personally think that All Might has some scenes down the line that one-up this in terms of awesomeness, but it's here where we first get a glimpse of how far ahead the world's symbol of peace is. He's pretty much Deus Ex Machina incarnate around this time, and his save remains one of my favorites from shonen anime.
I love those uppercuts to the gut where it just...
After all of that, we take a look at Tengen versus Daki. One of the biggest moments...
Yo, can I say that Demon Slayer literally has one of the best animations I've ever seen. It's so beautiful, so beautifully animated, so beautifully put together. I love it. And the sound design is just so satisfying. I love when they're just slowing it down and you're just hearing the zzz. Like, it's just so amazing. All Might versus All for One was better. Yeah, it was better. I don't know why he put that one up, but he did mention it. Yo, King was good, my guy. Yo, I can't wait for this to come back. I am so excited for it to come back.
Of Demon Slayer's Red Light District arc gives us the Upper Moon Daki taking on the Kamado siblings. Yep, you heard that right. Nezuko finally gets a chance to shine as she engages in combat against one of the most powerful demons that the series has shown so far. And it's a fight that took everything from them. Even with Nezuko's awakened powers, the siblings still had their hands full dealing with Daki. In an epic battle that could have gone either way, the Kamados come out on top, but not before sustaining major injuries. The bad news, Daki's still ready to go for more. The good news, it opens for Tengen to come in and finish the job. I almost felt like adding this moment was cheating because Tengen just came in for the last hit, but considering that the siblings at full strength are unable to completely eliminate Daki, it just shows the difference in power between them and a pillar. Tengen's boast afterwards is pretty cool too. That's way too easy, isn't it? Suspiciously so. These guys, they're gonna be in for a real surprise. And to wrap up today's list, we have Gojo versus Jogo.
This guy. When
I first saw Gojo, I knew we were in for something special. He has that whole laid-back and cool attitude along with the accolades to go with it.
Listen, when a man is laid back like this, like Kakashi, when a man is laid back like this, yo, you just know he's a demon. You just know he's on a different level. Just know that he's going to do something crazy. And this is why, yo, there's a lot of things that I learned from anime, but one of the best things that I learned from anime is being stoic. You can't show pain. You can't show that you're in distress. You always just got to be. A man could literally be 10x your strength and you're just ready for the fight. I remember when Ichigo first learned how to be stoic with the spirit, oh man, he was on a different level. The movie was good too. I have to watch the movie. Now that you said the movie is good, I'm just gonna pull it up tomorrow and watch it. I'm just gonna watch it.
He made one hell of a first impression in the very first episode, and I knew that it was only a matter of time before he'd break out as one of the anime community's favorite mentor figures. And that he did when he and Yuji encountered Jogo. Jogo quickly goes on the attack and seemingly finishes Gojo off in one hit. However, the badass teacher brushes it off like nothing and proceeds to do the same thing to the next attacks that the curse can throw at him. When Yuji and he got caught in the domain expansion, it didn't even faze Gojo one bit. In what looked to be a very dangerous and deadly fight, Gojo casually breezes through it, flexing and turning this whole affair into a freaking tutorial session where he can teach Yuji more about domain battles. There wouldn't be a bigger mentor flex than that. That's got to do it for my top moments of mentors showing off their power to their students. I'd love to know your favorite among them, and I'm curious if you've got more suggestions too. Before you leave, don't forget to drop a like and check out the channel for more amazing content. Be sure...
Holy, what else does I have?